44.4% of homes had seller concessions. Here's what that means. Did you know that nearly half of all home sales, 44.4%, included a seller concession in early 2026? That's not a small shift. That is a major signal that the market is changing here in 2026. Hey guys, this is David Hittle, your real estate specialist, doing business as Shop Kentucky Homes LLC with United Real Estate Louisville. And today I want to break down what this stat really means. And more importantly, how it affects you, whether you're buying or selling here in Kentucky. So first off, what exactly is a seller concession? Well, at its core, it's when a seller agrees to pay for certain costs on behalf of the buyer to help the deal go through. And we're seeing this more and more because buyers are dealing with higher interest rates, monthly payments are tighter, and inventory is rising. And that gives buyers more leverage. That's why sellers are stepping in to bridge that gap. So what are the different types of seller concessions? Well, let's break that down because not all concessions are the same. The first and most common is closing cost credit. This is a big one. The seller gives the buyer a credit at closing to cover things like loan fees, title fees, taxes, and insurance. So instead of lowering the price, the seller helps the buyer bring less cash to the table. And this is huge for buyers who are tight on upfront cash. The second one is interest rate buy downs. This is one of the most powerful strategies in today's market and one that's being utilized by builders today. The seller contributes money to buy down the buyer's interest rate, effectively lowering their monthly payment over the next 30 years. Sometimes, however, this can be temporary. Sometimes it can be permanent. But this is all about affordability and not just price. Number 3 is repair credits. So instead of fixing things before closing, the seller gives the buyer money to handle it themselves. This usually comes up after inspections and can cover things such as roof issues, HVAC concerns, or cosmetic updates. What this does, it keeps the deal moving instead of letting it fall apart. Number 4 is seller paid repairs. This is different from a credit. This is where the seller actually completes the repairs before closing. And this is typically done when the issue affects financing or when the buyer simply won't move forward without it being completed. The next one, number 5, is a home warranty. This is a smaller concession, but it builds confidence. The seller pays for a home warranty covering major systems for the first year. It is a peace of mind for the buyer and creates a smoother deal for the seller. Number 6 is appraisal gap or shortfall help. This one is becoming more common today. If the home appraises below contract price, the seller may reduce the price, give a credit at closing, or just to keep the deal together. Number 7 is prepaid expenses. Sometimes sellers cover upfront costs like property taxes, insurance, escrow setup, Again, this is all about reducing what the buyer needs out of pocket. Now, here's the key takeaway. Sellers' concessions are not a sign of a weak seller. They are a sign of a smart seller who understands how to structure a deal. Because here's the reality. A $10,000 price drop doesn't help a buyer nearly as much as a $10,000 concession towards closing costs or a rate buy down. It's the same cost to the seller, but it is a completely different impact for the buyer. And right here in the Louisville market, we're seeing the same trend. Homes that are priced right, homes that are marketed properly, and homes that are structured correctly are still selling. But the ones that aren't, they are sitting. And eventually, they're the ones offering major concessions. So whether you're buying or selling, you need to understand how to negotiate terms, not just price. If you're thinking about making a move this year, I'd be happy to walk you through exactly how this will apply to your situation. You can reach out to me directly or check out the link in the description below. And if this helped you even a little bit understand today's market a little better, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.